It's 1994. Friends premieres, Forrest Gump is running across America, and here in Michigan, voters passed Proposal A, a decision that still affects your property taxes today. Before Proposal A, taxes were based on your home's market value. If taxes went up 15%, your tax bill went up 15%. After Proposal A, Michigan created a new system. Your taxable value can only increase by the rate of inflation or 5%, whichever is lower. That change helped a lot of long-time homeowners. Their taxes became predictable. No more massive spikes year to year. But there's a catch. When a home sells, that cap comes off. The taxable value uncaps, and the new homeowners taxes are recalculated based on today's current market value. And in the background, that SEV has been steadily inclining, so the assessor knows really what that home's value is. So here's an example. Let's say the seller's taxable value was $100,000 and the home now sells for $250,000. Now the assessor knows what it should have been all along, so now it resets. Say if your local millage rate is about 50 mils, give or take in Westland, that's 5%. Their annual property tax is now about $62.50, where the old sellers might have only been paying about $3,000. Same house, double the taxes just because it sold. And here's the question that everyone quietly asks, and it's been on my mind too. Where does all that extra money go? When taxes uncap, local governments do see a boost in revenue, but it's split among several groups. So your city or township, the county, the school district, possibly the intermediate school district, the community college, and sometimes even special funds like libraries or police and fire pensions. The city's share usually goes into the general fund, covering police, fire, parks, public works, and day-to-day operations. The school portion mostly goes into the state school aid fund, which Lansing then redistributes to districts across the state. So technically, nobody's pocketing the money, but when hundreds of homes sell in the same year, sometimes really large uncapped amounts, that's a huge wave of new money flowing through these systems. Every time a long-term owner sells, decades of cap growth finally catch up in one big jump, and that leads to a bigger question. In theories, the cities were already surviving on their previous budgets, right? So what happens to that windfall? Are we building stronger communities with it, or just plugging holes that have been there for years? To be fair, Proposal A solved a real problem back in 1994. Skyrocketing tax bills. Seem familiar? But 30 years later, it's created a different problem. Skyrocketing tax bills. No, tax inequality between generations. A first-time homebuyer today might pay twice what their neighbor pays for the same services, simply because they bought later. Maybe not even a fault of theirs, because maybe they weren't even born in 1994. And as home price rises, insurance and maintenance keep rising, property taxes could be the next big affordability crisis. Not the mortgage payment, but the escrow payment. Maybe it's time to start talking about what fairness looks like for the next generation of Michigan homeowners. For now, the best thing you can do is understand how the system works and plan for that tax reset before you buy. I'm Hillary Stone with Remax Cornerstone, and I love helping people make sense of Michigan's real estate puzzle. If you found this helpful, follow me for more Michigan homeowner tips. But let's keep this conversation going, because it's something that I think is very important and has been on my mind for a long time.